Welcome everybody, this is Chris Dwayne from ChrisDwayneSilverShieldCoins.com. I've released two new mini mintages that are available for 1 week only. These two are available for only 24 hours left. They're probably going to be the most impactful designs that I do for the year, predicting that we're going to have two extreme events. One, that silver is going to become unobtainium, that silver is going to sell out and default. The triple default of the LBMA, COMEX, and Shanghai. This mini mintage will be legendary if that actually happens. The other coin that I have released for this week is called Negative Bitcoin, and that talks about the possibility of Bitcoin actually becoming a negative valued asset when you consider all the criminal implications of international money laundering and tax evasion, that the governments are going to use this as a monetary bioweapon to track, trace, trap, and map all criminality, and that the AI is going to assist in the prosecution of all this international money laundering crime. You can get these two over at ChrisDwayneSilverShieldCoins.com. This week I want to talk about how $100 silver is inevitable. If you look at the biggest picture scale that I always try to people to get focused on, is that we're at the beginning of a hyperinflation where the digits of the currency depreciate faster than the metal can come out of the ground. Right now we're seeing silver up 176% over the last year and Bitcoin down 6%. And this is a major divergence in the trend line that has happened over in such a long time. I don't think that we're going to get a stair-step rise in physical silver prices. I think it's going to end up going to $100 and then probably selling out all over the world. All the weak hands will have sold out at the same time that monetary assets are going to flood the economy. Silver is at the very tip of Exeter's pyramid. It's going to go from all the intangible, illiquid assets like cryptos, derivatives, stocks, bonds, and real estate into the more liquid assets of the dollar, gold, silver, and at the very, very tip of silver is Silver Shield, this tiny microcosm of a market that I think is going to be the first to unobtainium. One of the things I've noticed over the past week is that the double-digit Silver Shield is slowly selling out. $100 silver is inevitable. It is a monetary reality that is coming when you print trillions upon trillions of dollars, chasing after a very scarce good that has multiple industrial uses, monetary use, investment use. Silver is the nexus of all monetary assets on Earth. Silver reaching $100 is nothing more than a debasement of the currency. Right now, the United States needs to roll over $9 trillion worth of debt. The China's money supply is now double that of the United States, standing at $48 trillion. They are literally printing their own money and buying up all the assets on Earth. They're using fake fiat to stack real silver, and they're rubbing it in our face with this Asian guy. Asian guy is a CCP AI psyop that's there to pump China's moves. They're merely regurgitating what I wrote in 2011 in the Silver Bullet, Silver Shield, talking about how silver is the only way to fight against this debt and death system and the only way to protect your wealth, to shield your friends and family from the horrors of economic collapse. Asian guy is China pumping silver, knowing that this is an inevitability. In Asia, silver is already over $100 an ounce. There are reports in Japan that it's over $130 for an ounce, and in Singapore, $110 per ounce. There's a major gap that's happening. This is only going to happen for a very short period of time as silver flows from west to east. Asian guy comes out every day with new videos in multiple different platforms all over the world, all at the same time, all preaching the same thing about buying physical silver as a means of fighting against the banksters. I think one of the things that I think the silver stacker community should do is troll Asian guy and put Silver Shield in the comment of all of his videos so that he has to cover what I brought up in 2011 with the Silver Bullet, Silver Shield. If enough people leave comments about Silver Shield, he'll be forced to cover it, and then the AI will be repeating current Silver Shield talking points. My government sold their souls to Bitcoin and chose to silence me into oblivion. There is going to come a point where silver is going to sell out globally, and I'm going to become the most powerful voice out there for silver as I pump silver into unobtainium. One of the things I hope to bring this time around is a spiritual demand for silver, so that people will fight against the debt and death system by stacking physical silver, making silver into priceless family heirlooms not to be sold for anything. And Silver Shield would be the last silver to be sold. I predict that we're going to sell out eBay as the first sign that we're going to head towards a silver jubilee. People will front run and buy up all the double-digit Silver Shield right now on eBay. I predict that not only will silver blow through $100, that it's simply going to sell out. A triple default between the LBMA, COMEX, and Shanghai will have the physical market defeat the paper market. I predict Bitcoin will go negative, meaning that you will have to pay the government to get rid of it when you consider the international money laundering, tax evasion, and civil asset forfeiture that the government will use Bitcoin to track, trace, trap, and map all international money laundering. The blockchain will be used as a law enforcement tool to confiscate criminal assets. Get out of cryptos now and into physical silver. This will lead to silver being the only means of escaping the collapse of the dollar. The dollar used to be defined by 371.25 grains of silver, and that made up the constitutional dollar. And ever since then, we've been off the standard and printing unlimited fiat money. And this year, 2026, the United States government's got to roll over $9 trillion worth of debt on top of the trillions of dollars of new debt and the trillions of dollars of interest that is going to be paid. This is the end game for the dollar, and China knows it. They're rubbing our face in it with this Asian guy and silencing me into oblivion. We're going to take back the silver standard by putting ourselves on our own silver standard. We don't need to wait for our government to do the right thing. We just need to stack silver to prepare for what is coming. Silver is going to be the only way to get your wealth from one paradigm to the other. Right now, there's two really good deals on eBay that I see. That all the double-digit Silver Shield on eBay is flying off the shelves. Sellers haven't adjusted their listings relative to the price of silver moving up, and they're simply selling out. Silver is going over $100. Many of the Silver Shields are already over $100. Silver Shield Rare MiniMintages are selling for what Eagles and Maple Leafs are selling for right now as the silver market squeezes. Another little niche market that I see is the 5-ounce proof Silver Shield are selling for less than $100 an ounce. A lot of times people don't look towards those more expensive rounds, but at $100 an ounce, they're selling off. These master strikes are selling fast on eBay. I predict Silver Shield is going to be the first to unobtainium, and that over half of the mini mintages that I've done are sold out and sold into hands of the strongest silver stackers on earth. I don't think that you silver stackers are ready to prepare for yourself for that you're going to be seen as kings on the other side of this. A new, wealthy, and wise nobility that secured their family's future with Silver Shield.